Oh, God. Just when we think there will be 1 week where we can sit around and have a good time and have a few drinks and nope.
The world's not falling apart.
Yeah. Where, like, we could be fun and happy and not have that dark cloud over wrestling or
Not
the world.
just wrestling, the world, yeah.
Yeah. So if you've been living under a rock for the past 4 days, the Me Too movement hit wrestling.
The shit has hit the fan.
Shit has hit the fan.
It's not called Me Too movement, though. It's called Speaking Up, right?
Speaking Up, yes. But it's pretty much the Me Too movement.
Yeah. I don't really know why he needs his own hashtag, but...
I don't know. But it's actually been working because I could find the stories easier that way. But people have been accused, and mind you, this is accused. Nobody's been 100% like convicted yet. Well, apparently they're looking.
Here's the thing. People are always going to lie. Both sides.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't 100% believe anything.
Some of them I'm kind of believing, though.
Well, they've got some real good proof.
Yeah.
But just someone that just writes a story out on their
notes app.
Their notes and posts it anonymously for somebody. No, that's just a story.
Yeah. Like, I believe Millie.
Yeah, I believe
Shazza
that.
And all them, yeah.
Yeah, Millie's got the text and everything, and he basically admitted that she was right.
But he was like, yeah, we were in a consensual relationship when she was 17 and my student.
But to me, even that is, because didn't you say over there legal age is 16 or something?
Yeah.
But to me, it was just the way he acted to her in those text messages after she told him she didn't want anything to do with him. And he was trying to manipulate her. Yeah.
Well, my thing was also that, like, when you are training to be a wrestler, like, you put your trust and your walls go down and shit for your trainer. Like,
right.
It's not just like, oh, hey, I go to this place for a couple hours 2 days a week and then.
But the thing is, like, maybe I'm just, I don't know. Maybe I have a different opinion than some people, but you can't blame and I'm not saying people that have legitimately were touched inappropriately, things like that. You can't blame every bad decision you made on the guy. You can't, in my opinion. I mean, we've all done shit that we
aren't proud of.
And obviously there was manipulation there. There was a power thing there, manipulation there. But at the same time, if the legal age is 17, like, I don't believe she was completely dumb.
No, I think what probably happened, though, and this is how I see it, is it's kind of like when you're in college and, like, you start hooking up with your professor, where it's like, it's wrong because he's using that, like, trust and power to manipulate you.
Mm-hmm.
So I see it as that's, like, one thing of the many things that he did that was fucked up.
Right.
So I don't see it as necessarily he dated her when she was 17. Like, if it was just, like, he was a student at the wrestling school and she was a student at the wrestling school, like, it'd be, like, creepy because she was 17 and, like, that's still very young. That's like and he was at the time in his late 20s. So that'd be like a guy who's, like, 27 dating an 18-year-old. It's kind of weird. But not illegal. Like, I'd be fine with that. But I think, for one, is, like, how he treated her and talked to her. Like, that's bullshit. How he, like, stood outside of her door, knocking constantly.
Oh, that's harassment.
Like, go away. So, obviously that, like, fuck no. Hell no. But the fact that they were, and that's what people are, like, hung up on. They're like, oh my God, she was 17. Oh my God. It's like, well, the age of consent is 16. So, I mean, you can't, I don't know why they're hung up on that part and not, like, him doing all that shit. Like, that's the part that got me, was like,
those messages were bad.
Those were bad.
Like, nobody deserves that.
No.
If you say I'm done, it doesn't matter how long you were with them. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anything. If you're done, you don't try to manipulate someone into, no, but I love you. Can't you see that? Can't you see what all I did for you? Okay.
He's like, I'm standing outside your door. I'm right here. And she's like, go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, yeah.
You can't make somebody want you back.
No. And, you know, the fact that, and here's the other thing is, while he was in that relationship with her, he was cheating on her all the time. The whole entire time. Like, not just once, not just twice, the whole fucking time with a bunch of different women. And then when she says, okay, I'm fucking done, he's like, no, 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 no. Like, no, it doesn't work that way. And to harass her, no. Especially at the time he was doing the harassment, she was only like 18 years old, 18 or 19. Like, no. Fuck no. So, yeah. But there's other stories where it's like people are really freaking out about it, but it's like, I don't know. Like, I mean,
I'm more concerned about actual rape and, like, yeah, what that, it's bad to, you know, if he was her coach to do that. I get that, but
yeah. I think
some stuff is poor choices. The way he treated her afterwards, that's different.
I think Travis Banks, I mean, yeah, he didn't, but he has other allegations too of sexual assault. So Millie's not the only. I think people are concentrating on Millie because
they know who she is.
They know who she is. The other girls, I've read them, and it's like horrific. And these girls were like, yeah, he told me he had a girlfriend after. So these were the girls that he was cheating with, but the cheating was assaulting. So
I don't know.
I don't know either. Like, my heart breaks for her, though. Like, you shouldn't have to deal with that. You shouldn't. And it seemed like
that's torture.
It is. Torture. And the fact that, I think because the fact that she had to work with him all the time after he tortured her. Like, yeah, that's hell. Like, why? Why would that be okay? Like, I don't know how, and I have issue with a lot of, and I've been reading a lot of the stories, a lot of them are like the same situation as Millie and Travis, but it's like a trainer and their student, but it goes beyond like, oh, we were in a relationship. This is like, I was 15 in America and he had sex with me unwillingly, or he made me send him nudes, or he took pictures of me changing. Like, how is that shit okay? Like,
not.
No.
I don't know. It's a big mess.
It is a huge mess.
And the problem is the problem with this in any, not just in wrestling in general, is people that are making up shit because they want attention are making it hard on the people that are trying to tell the truth.
Exactly. And Mark Haskins actually said something about that like when he was like 20 or 21, he was dating a girl and he broke up with her. He was just like, hey, I'm done. Like, I don't want to be with you. And the girl the next day went around to everybody where he was working and said that he raped her. And he didn't do it.
Right.
And he confronted her and said, what the fuck was that about? And she's like, well, I don't want you to break up with me. And then it came out that she lied and he didn't do anything.
Right. So, like, it just sucks because then that's why people question that. That's why people question girls when they say things.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, this is coming from a woman. Some bitches are shady.
Yeah.
Like,
and I think, too, and I'm not trying to be shady, but it's the truth. I think sometimes people do things and then they're ashamed of what they did. Not always. Not always true.
Yeah.
But sometimes they are. I've done things I'm ashamed of.
Oh, yeah. Who hasn't?
Yeah.
But, you know, for me, it's one of those things of like, yeah, you're ashamed of it, but to ruin, I mean, and people are like, well, they ruin their lives. Well, if they're lying, they're ruining an innocent person's life.
And total career. They'll never work again, ever. Within reason. Somebody probably will hire some of them, but
yeah.
Like, but you just have to be sure. I mean, if you legitimately got raped, if you legitimately got forced to do something, then obviously. But if you're just pissed off, don't make it hard on that person and on all these women that really are victims and men that are victims. Don't make it harder on them to be believed.
Yeah. And I think that's unfortunately the hard part of this is like there's some instances where there's a lot of proof.
Mm-hmm.
Like there is a lot of proof. Or the man themselves said, I fucked up. Or, you know, or in Jack Gallagher's case, he got fired real quick. But it's almost like you don't, I mean, some of them, I just don't know. Like, I don't know. And I don't want to sound like I'm like saying, oh, they're fucking liars. Like, I don't want to say that.
I'm sure the majority of them are telling the truth.
Yeah. And then what's going around is people are like, I would rather believe everybody than believe nobody. I'm like, I'm not saying not to believe nobody, but like, there has to come a point where we're like, if it's some bitch coming to some account and wanting to be anonymous and having very vague details, like,
mm-hmm. Like I said, the thing typed up on notes on your phone, and there's no names, there's no nothing, no dates.
Yeah. And I understand, like, if you don't want to name the person, that's great. Like, I'm not saying everybody needs to go out and say, for example, not saying this is somebody who did anything. Jake Hager did this to me. Like, you don't have to say that, but like, don't go to some account and be like, I want to remain anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, here's one thing is like Jordan Grace. She actually did the whole remain anonymous thing. And then she came out and said, okay, yeah, that was me. You know, this is what happened. So I think a lot of this, I mean, some of the allegations have been found to be untrue. Or have like, what's happening also is a lot of the people in the speaking out movement are from America. And in America, it's pretty much known at 18 years old, you're an adult. But that's not the case for everywhere in the world.
Right.
So, yeah, in America, that would be a crime. But in other places, it's not. Yeah, is it creepy? Yes, it's very creepy. But is it a crime? No.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Unless something like they were raped, obviously, then yeah. But, and I don't want people to be like, oh, they should have gone to the police. Well, the cops aren't going to do anything. So let's just take that.
No, if you weren't raped and it was legal,
yeah,
then you just got treated like shit. Which sucks.
Yeah. And even then, like, if you were treated that bad to, like, in Millie's case, if you were harassed and tortured, say something. Like, fucking say it, please.
Right.
Like, I implore you to say that. But if it was just like you had a one night stand and it didn't go well and you wanted more and he didn't, and then you decide to say, oh, he raped me.
Jerk to you. Or if he was just a jerk
to you. Yeah, or if he was just a jerk. Because we're going to have another case of he said no and she ruined his career almost. So that's later, guys. That's going to be the part where we can actually have a little more fun. Even though it's not fun. Like, I don't want anybody to think, oh my God, they're reveling in the fact that this happened to this guy. Because let me tell you, like, this poor guy, like, if I ever see this guy in public, we're buying him a shot or something. Because he's gone through it. Like, the poor man. But, and also, I don't want that fact of, like, oh, it's only women coming out, because it's not. There are men coming out saying that male trainers or male wrestlers or female trainers have done something to them. So I don't want anybody to think like, oh, all these damn bitches coming out saying men did anything and it's a conspiracy against men, because it's not. Like, TJP came out and said that he was touched by an older female wrestler when he was training. So,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he put it on, I believe it was on Facebook. but he was touched inappropriately by an older female. And that is still assault and rape.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that gender doesn't matter there. So, and this is what I hate explaining, is the wrestling business, this is not new. And if you thought...
In life, this is not new.
No, in life, this is not new. But in wrestling business, if you thought that everybody was on the up and up everywhere, that's just not true. It's never been true. Like, I just don't like the people who are genuinely shocked. Like, I was surprised by the sheer number, but I was not shocked at all.
I mean, in any business, in any, especially entertainment business,
yeah,
it's what happens. Mm-hmm. But in any type of environment, any kind of corporate environment, anything, when people have any kind of power or any kind of fame or any kind of money or pull or whatever, they're going to think they can do whatever they want.
Yes. And I mean, a lot of these, it's, you know, it's horrific, but that's literally how women have to, I mean, it's a majority women. I know there's men, but for a woman, that's just how it is. Like, for me, I got to thinking about it, and it either harassed, assaulted, or raped. I don't know very many people who haven't. And that's, you know, that's scary. And for somebody to say, oh, well, just, and I was, you know, talking to somebody about this, and they said, well, just call the police. And it's like, they're not going to do anything. Oh. Like, the craziest thing is, there, even where I live, in Phoenix, there is a backlog of 4,000 rape kits that haven't even been ran. So the guy hasn't even been arrested. He's still out doing who knows what. And the statistic is, people are like, oh, rapists are only people who just jump out of a bush and are like, I'm going to rape you now. Like, 80% are like people you know, like a teacher, a boyfriend, girlfriend, wife, husband, parent, which is fucking weird. Family members, friends, like co-workers. Like, it's like, I don't want people to think like, oh, well, wrestling was on the up and up and then this happened. Like, no, that's never, ever been the case. I mean, the Ring Boy sex scandal happened.
Oh, Lord. I just found out about that not long ago. That was pretty interesting.
Isn't it fucked up? Girl, I can never look at Pat Patterson the same way. I can't. I'm like, you fucking disgusting piece of shit. Yeah, and that was underage boys. The oldest was 19. In America, so that's illegal. And Randy Orton's uncle was one of them. So, yeah, I mean, I think that's actually more surprising to me, is that people are actually shocked that this is happening.
See, I didn't see people that were shocked. You saw people that were
shocked? I saw a couple people who were like, I knew things were bad, but I didn't know they were this bad. And I'm like,
the world is bad.
It's bad. Like, take the rose-colored glasses off. Like, shit's bad.
Be a woman and go to a bar, and I mean, the world is bad.
And it, honestly, the people who said they were shocked, they were men. They were men. Like, and no,
be a woman and be on Twitter.
Yeah,
think about how people talk to women on Twitter, and men. People talk to men too, but especially women. Like how men will talk to women on Twitter.
Shit, I could go in my request right now, and I probably have 4 or 5 dick pics, and I haven't even said a word to them. Like, not a word.
Which, by the way, is harassment.
Which is sexual harassment. Imagine being a woman and walking down the street and having men catcall you. And then when you do nothing, they're like, bitch, what the fuck? And you're just like, no, not interested. Just imagine. Like, I know this is impossible, but go with me here. I wish a man could be a woman for like a day. Just to see what it's like.
But another thing, this whole what you wear thing.
Oh, right? God. Which we can attest to that because when we were dressed as the Iconics.
Right.
It was.
What's funny was I was telling somebody about when someone hit on me at a bar one time at a wrestling thing. And they were like, were you wearing one of your cosplay outfits? I was like, no, I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. But they were like, oh, well, that's why. Well, I don't care what I had on.
It doesn't matter.
No, if you not hit on, like hit on's the wrong word. It went for harassment. But it didn't even matter. I did not have that on. But it doesn't matter.
No.
It does not matter.
No. Like, that's the thing that gets me is they're like, were you wearing shorts? Were your boobs out? Well, no.
It doesn't matter, but no.
No, I wasn't, and it shouldn't matter. Like, the level of bullshit, the excuses, the amount of excuses that people come up with is insane to me. They're like, oh, well, so I read this thread earlier today, and it was a lawyer who works sex crime cases. And she went through and said all of the quotes that real judges have said during rape trials. This is the one that got me. Like, this was about an 8-year-old girl who was molested. It seems on the evidence that this child has not suffered as a result of these offenses. She's 8.
She doesn't even realize what happened.
She doesn't know. And then there's another one that the judge praised the rapist for wearing a condom.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You know what one I saw that I don't remember exactly the wording on it, but the judge was saying that basically saying that the kind of underwear the girl had on was basically asking for it. Underwear. Okay, first of all, she's not walking around with everybody seeing her underwear to begin with. Not that it matters.
I mean, if I'm going to be honest,
they didn't see.
I'm going to be honest. I usually wear granny panties like 90% of the time because I go for comfort.
But the truth is, but I'm saying if you got raped, the odds are when they decide to rape you, they didn't see your underwear yet.
No, they probably ripped your underwear off.
So I mean,
they weren't looking.
What the hell? Because you were wearing that kind of underwear that you weren't showing anybody, you were asking for because the kind of panties you had on that weren't even showing.
Oh, here's another one. Here's another quote by a judge. She's a young girl, 17. Maybe she's a little overweight, but she has a pretty face, right? She was a bit flattered. Maybe it was the first time anybody showed interest in her.
Oh, my God.
Then the judge said, well, did you close your legs?
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Women should avoid dressing like sluts in order to be not to be victimized.
You know, I read a quote that I thought was really interesting. It said, if lesbians can control themselves around girls dressed sexy, why can't men?
It's not that hard.
Yeah.
It's not that hard. Not that hard. And
if guys can walk around with their shirts off and all this shit and women can control themselves.
Oh, man. If I can be like in a 2-mile vicinity of Finn Balor and not like lose my shit, I think you can. It's not that hard.
No.
It's not that hard. Like
it's just the concept to me, unless you're just a sick freak that likes someone fighting back, which a lot of this is not the case.
Jack Gallagher.
Right. If you're just a sick freak, but if you're not, why do you want somebody who clearly does not want you? Why do you push it with somebody who clearly does not want you?
Because they want what they want.
I just don't understand that.
And that's the thing is, it's like to them, you're probably not a person. You're just a vagina.
Well, find a vagina that wants you. There's probably one out there.
But probably not. You're a rapist. and you have these thoughts, and you probably no. I mean, there are some fucked up women out there, but
well, a serial rapist is one thing, but I just mean like somebody that maybe just like one night gets drunk and like likes a girl, and the girl doesn't want to do with him, and he just like pushes it and pushes it and pushes it. You know, it's like, why? Like, I don't understand. I just don't get it. I mean, serial rapists clearly are fucked up from the get-go.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's for me, I'm just sitting here thinking like, that wrestling is going to be better from this. It is. And right now it's uncomfortable and it hurts and it sucks because a lot of the people, you do like them. And I get it. Like Jimmy Havoc, I get it. And my heart hurts for him because guess what? I've been that angry, emotional person. And when I got drunk, I would be a fucking disaster. Which is why I don't get drunk very often. But at a certain point, it's, you have to just realize that these people should not be put on pedestals, for one. They should not.
Mm-hmm.
They are not perfect. And that goes for both men and women wrestlers. They're not perfect. None of them, everybody's done fucked up shit. Everybody. You, me, everybody's done fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, yeah, it's not like I went out and raped somebody or murdered somebody or anything like that. But at the same time, we have to tell people, like, the people who think this is okay, that is not fucking okay. Like, this is not okay.
Nope.
And, you got people like Joey Ryan, who I liked Joey Ryan. I really did. And to find out that he was out there
Allegedly.
There's
a lot of evidence, though.
There's a lot of evidence. He was out there just doing shit. Like, this one says that she was friends with him and she let him spend the night. Neither of them have been drinking. He was just a friend staying over. And she went to take a shower and she said no. And he asked her again. She said no. And she said, you need to go to the guest room. I don't want to deal with you right now. And then he didn't stop. Like that is it. I can't. Like, it's disgusting. It is disgusting. And as much as we hate talking about it. Like, believe me, we were kind of in this blissful world where we were like, oh yeah, they're not perfect, but they're all right guys. Well,
not all of them.
And also, I don't want people to think like, oh my God, all wrestlers are fucking jerks. They're all perverts. They're all rapists. They're not. There are good ones out there. There are. It's just now we know. You're weeding out right now. You're weeding out the people who did all of this. And it's deserved. And, at this point, things are going to play out. Things will play out. And, if some of these people are lying, I think shit will hit the fan. For sure. Yeah. For these people. Not for wrestling, but for those people, shit will hit the fan. But if they're not lying, then, it's gonna work out. And you know what? People are bringing up that, James Ellsworth still gets booked. And there was a lot of evidence that he sent inappropriate things to a 16-year-old girl. So,
That's true.
Will it ruin people's careers? Maybe. Does it ruin everybody's career? Nope. So, just remember that. I mean, that's part of what I'm kind of like, it's on promotions now to know, like, what the fuck's going on. Because apparently nobody knew anything, or if they did know, they didn't do shit about it.
Well, they knew. People knew.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying. There are some fucking oblivious people out there, let me tell you. But speaking of promotions, Progress, all of their management is out.
That's where this all started, by the way, the UK, if you don't know.
Yes. But yeah, Progress, all of their management is out. And one of their new managers is Vicky Haskins. So now she will be running Progress, which she told her 2 stories, and my heart was like, oh my God. Like, my heart literally sank, because one of them, she was pregnant. And the guy, it's a wrestling photographer who did it, tried to take upskirt pictures of her.
Ew.
While she was pregnant. Yeah. So, I think, but you know what? I think a lot of wrestling promotions need to get women involved. Like, I think that has been a missing thing, because if it's just a bunch of men, they're gonna protect each other.
That's true.
And you're gonna get a lot of the boys will be boys and all of that. It looks like bar wrestling is going out of business now. That was the indie ran by Joey Ryan. So, which sucks, because bar wrestling was really good. Not saying sucks for Joey, because fuck Joey Ryan, but I'm going to miss bar wrestling because they had some good shows. But, oh well. But yeah, I think there needs to be a lot of women in the business again. There just needs to be more women, because that they're not, I mean, coming from a woman, there's power in numbers. And if Millie was like one of the only women backstage or in her training class, nobody's going to believe her. Because guess what they'll say? Oh, he dumped you. You're just...
Yeah, that's true.
But if there's more women around who... And I will tell you, like, no offense to the men listening to this, men are oblivious. Like, they're fucking oblivious. And I think if you put some more women in there, there's power in numbers. And, I think we just need to weed out the assholes and start anew.
Well, we'll see what happens.
We will. I mean, it's still developing, guys. These stories are still developing. And, I mean, so far, Jack Gallagher is fired. And honestly, I kind of think his is, I think he probably admitted it.
What did they say he did? Because I haven't read about it. I don't know.
Assaulted somebody he was with, and tried to choke them without permission. So he's into BDSM without permission, which, holy fuck. But also, not trying to be funny, I kind of called that. I did. All you Tumblr girls know what I'm talking about. I called it. Undercover Freak. Hi guys, it's Nikki, and we have moved to Anchor Podcast. Now, what we like about Anchor is Anchor gives us everything in one place, and it's free. You don't have to spend $15 a month on getting subpar service when you could get everything in one place for free. What I like about it too is you could actually get creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right in the app. Now, this doesn't change how your podcast is distributed. You can hear it everywhere, such as Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcasts, and more. And it makes everything easy for monetization, even if you don't have a ton of listeners. So if you're interested, download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Anyway, let's talk about the other side of this coin, shall we? So we have women who we believe and we know for a fact, or, they have allegations. And we're going to talk about women who say they have allegations, but really they're the abusers. Shall we?
Sure.
Okay. So we're not going to say their names. Like, I'm sure people may know who we're talking about. We're not naming names though. At all. So these two girls were obsessed with Jay White and ELP. Obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very known fact. There's Reddit threads about these girls. So it is widely known. So when everybody started speaking out, these girls decided we're going to speak up as well.
And when we say obsessed, I mean literally think they're having relationships with these people.
Like
delusional.
Yes. They literally have dreamed up sex lives, fucking trips, conversations, relationships, like everything. It is like they wrote a fan fiction and they're trying to live it out.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the girls, and this is they're both very problematic, don't get me wrong, but this seems to be the mastermind of the two, decided to say that her ex-boyfriend, ELP, was inappropriate with her. And
it's not true.
It's not true.
She's never been with him, ever.
She literally has met him at a meet and greet for 2 minutes. That's it. And he actually looked terrified in the picture.
Because he had seen her online before.
Because he knew who she was. And I have the picture, too. It's something. So, she decided to accuse him of harassment. Well, all of these women who have evidence and have real fucking problems are doing this. She's like, guys, he touched me inappropriately. Now, mind you, the second I saw this, I was like, she fucking did it. She fucking just did that. Like, okay. So then the other one says, Jay White touched my butt. When did this happen? Like, excuse me? What? Now, guys, these claims are both false. If you see anything out there about ELP touching somebody inappropriately, it's false. He has 0 claims. There's nothing going around. That was the only claim, and the claim has been debunked. So
anybody that's been on the internet for a year or so.
Yeah, and these two have been on the internet actually more than a year.
Like, it's bad. Like, they jumped from and one of them got on Killer Cross for a while.
One of them was, and that was the last two they were on, was Killer Cross and Kenny Omega.
Huh.
and they would push and push and push and harass, and it was like,
this is tagging these people, tagging them over and over and over.
Now, guys, it is not just saying their name and like the guys are vanity searching their names, because let me tell you, all wrestlers vanity search their names. It's just a thing. But these girls literally would tag them hundreds of times a day between the two of them. Hundreds of times. And for about half an hour, people were believing that ELP had done this. People believed her. Based on one DM that proved nothing. And he was genuinely scared. Because she does this when all of these accusations are coming out and everybody's saying, oh, don't believe if they say it's not true. Don't believe it. Always, believe the accusers. Don't question it. Just believe the accusers. And it's like, for half an hour, he had to sit there and be like, I didn't do this. I don't talk to these. I've met this girl once for 2 minutes. I literally, one time. And she made accusations saying that she made his career, that she got him bookings, that she talked to Gato and got him to win Best of the Super Juniors. Now, us, knowing the situation, we're like, that's fucking bullshit. That's not true. But if you're somebody on the outside and you just see the one allegation, the one tweet that is an allegation, what are you going to think? Mm-hmm. And people on Reddit, there were 3 separate posts saying ELP has an accusation.
It's ridiculous.
And like, honestly though, when I started seeing, after I saw she said that, and then I started seeing people say, oh, always believe the accuser. I was like, don't believe her. Like, from what I know, he's a good guy. Like, he hasn't, like, from my knowledge, he's a nice guy who is wrestling and has a girlfriend who is not this girl. A different girlfriend who's obviously not the girl who's saying that he's done anything. And mind you, these girls, this was not the first time that they themselves have harassed them. They talked about the size of their dicks. Not like we do, like, oh, how funny. Like, oh my God, I think it's like this. These girls would tag them saying ELP's dick is bigger than Jay's or vice versa. And tag them.
So wrong. So wrong.
Or they would body shame them. Or they would talk about Jay White's girlfriend who was battling cancer and saying that she must not have good sex with him.
It's ridiculous.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, thankfully, like, everybody's like, okay, before you believe these accusations, these girls got exposed. And let me tell you, the threads, I've just read Jen, the stuff that I know she hasn't seen before, and it is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And the fact that not only myself, but ELP and multiple other people have reported these tweets for harassment, and Twitter did nothing. And these girls could still harass. And he can't block them, though, because of his position in the business. You have to play nice.
That's dumb, too.
Well, yeah, that's dumb.
There's a point where that should not be an issue.
So, I mean, you can mute somebody, but at what point? Like, my heart goes out to Jay and ELP. Like, what the fuck were they supposed to do? And the fact that these girls could say that without having any remorse, there's no remorse. They've apologized. And when I apologize, I have the quote fingers. They apologized. But there is zero remorse there. Zero. And they're blaming it on kayfabe. Oh, we were playing kayfabe. You are a fan. You are a fucking fan. You are not in the business. You are a fucking fan. One of you bought followers, and the other one of you sit here and say that Jay touched you? He didn't. I have it on good authority. He didn't. So, and now they're like making every single excuse of they didn't do anything wrong. There's zero remorse. Like, even if I like said something out of line, I would feel like shit. I'm like, how do these girls sleep at night?
Because they got problems.
They have problems. They do. And I was talking to somebody the other day and I said, they're beyond help at this point. Like, they have bought into this delusion so hard that they're beyond help. Like, I don't know how the fuck you turn that around, because they have bought in on this delusion. And they had started doing this with the other people. This other girl said she was going to fuck Kenny. That other girl said, oh, well, we're buddies, Cross and I. We're buddies. And then it comes out, somebody who works in wrestling travel, the website that does all the travel arrangements if you want to go to New Japan and all that, she was talking to him. And she said that Cross had stopped talking to her when Scarlett moved in.
Oh, God.
Yes. Are you fucking kidding me? And you know what his exact words were? Maybe you weren't as close as you thought you were. And you know what she did? She went off on him, that guy who called her out. So you know what? I don't know if these two could ever get out of that delusion. I really don't. Like, they might be the people who can never function in reality because they've created their own reality. So, you know, that just shows you, like, don't take it at face value. Please. Like, literally my heart sank when I saw people going, oh, ELP. And I was like, oh, no. Like, my heart was just like, because we all know he met her once for 2 minutes. Like, we all knew that. We're like, no. But it ended up well because everybody defended ELP, and he's very thankful to everybody who's outing these girls, because who would believe him? Mm-hmm. In this climate, who would believe him if nobody was outing them?
Right.
Nobody.
And it just goes to show you don't know. There could be other girls like them.
Yeah. I mean, this was obviously
that maybe don't post as, which, you know, maybe don't post everything like they do, but still could have a relationship in their head.
Yeah. And these poor girls, like, you know what? They need some serious fucking help.
They do. Like, they really do.
And I don't know what happened to them. I don't know. But they need some serious help. And they should not ever be able to contact them again.
No.
Ever. Because my worry is that their accounts will get deleted. And you know what they'll do?
Make new ones.
Make new ones. And really start harassing them. And that's my fear, is like, what the fuck are these girls gonna do? They're just gonna start a new account if you get them deleted. And again, cops aren't gonna do anything, so.
Restraining orders are kind of pointless.
Yeah. They really kind of are. And the fact that these girls, I don't think a restraining order would do anything because they threatened the Bullet Club party in Tampa. They said they were going to show up and cause a scene, whatever that meant. Nobody knew what that meant, but they were at that point so delusional. Who fucking knows what that meant? Could it have been they yell at them and shit? Maybe. Could it have been worse? Maybe. We don't know. Like, I literally, the vibes I got were like, you know how Selena was killed by her fan club president? That was like where my mind went. Was like, they're gonna fucking attack him. So, I mean, at that point, what do you do? Like, what do you do? You know, do you have extra security at these things now? Because women like, you know, this girl, which I will tell you though, in all of my time in wrestling Twitter, wrestling Tumblr, these two were the worst. And we've seen some bad shit. But these two were the worst so far. Because I'm sure there's other ones and we've never met them. But yeah. It makes me nervous. Because I'm just like, what? You know, first of all, you think, what were they going to do?
Probably just yell and pitch fit.
I mean, you hope, but you don't know. These people obviously are delusional. They're not thinking with common sense.
No.
Like, you don't know. And, I mean, you get things like that Christina Grimmie, who was shot by a fan who said, if I can't have you, nobody can. Yeah, like, you can't take that chance anymore. Like, you can't. Now, am I saying they would do that? Probably not. But at this point, you don't know. You don't. And that goes for both situations. You don't know. Like, you don't know the truth. And yeah, if there's a lot of fucking evidence, then that's probably the truth. But if there's no evidence, like these girls, it's not true. None of it is. God. I swear. These girls just made me so fucking mad the past few days. Like,
taking advantage of a bad situation.
It is. It's taking advantage. And the fact that, you know, nobody's safe at this point. Nobody is. Like, you could say it about just about anybody and it might be believed.
Yep.
And that is the scary part is, yeah, a lot of these women and men, and they were assaulted or raped or harassed. Yeah, probably. But then you have girls like these two who will see the situation and see the clout that these people are getting and the sympathy and the attention and think, oh, hey, I can say, I don't know, random wrestler did this to me, and nobody would bat an eyelash because everybody's coming out. So, and I'm not saying, like, don't come out with an allegation. Obviously, if something happened to you, please tell us. Like, we want to know. Like, please. But it's still kind of a scary thing that for like half an hour, ELP had allegations out. You know?
Crazy.
That's the scary thing. And what our last thing on this, obviously, if something was done, if they did something, they deserve to be punished. Like, don't take this as us saying, oh yeah, they did something, whatever, like, they need to be punished. And I would hope in the cases where it was a rape that they could try to get prosecution. I hope.
The statute of limitations rape, 7 years?
It depends on the country. I don't know what it is in England. I think
in the United States it's 7. Yeah.
But I don't know what it is in England or anything like that. So
it'd be really hard to prove rape without a rape kit.
It would, unfortunately. That's a whole other story about law enforcement and their obvious sexual harassment and rape.
That, but also you have girls like these that are out here saying stupid shit.
Yeah.
So,
just, yeah. But my last message on this. Pete Dunne, you are a literal angel. And it seems like you and Flash Morgan Webster and Mark Haskins and Mandrews are like the only ones who haven't done anything. Or been accused of doing anything. Poor Pete. He was pissed when he found out about Millie, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
I kind of find it hard to believe he didn't know that.
Well, might have happened before he met Millie.
Maybe.
Plus, just going back with, all the shit that happened to me, I wasn't always like, so, new friend, let me tell you. Or hey, coworker I'm friends with, let me tell you what happened to me.
Yeah, but you know how stories go around.
I know. But, again, it's wrestling. You know how stories go around. You know what the story probably would have said? She's just vindictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I think everybody needs to start being better. Everybody. Be better if you're not already fucking better. And also, keep it in your fucking pants. If she says no, no means no. I feel like I shouldn't have to have this conversation, but apparently it's an issue. No means no. And drunk is not consent.
No.
And don't be a manipulative prick. Please. And that's how I feel about that. Guys, we literally were like, oh my God, we're going to drink this episode and we're going to have such a good time. And
it's just more dark stuff.
More dark shit. I mean, yeah. Anyway, in non-dark shit news, the New Japan Cup started.
How's it going?
So far, every match is actually really good. I don't know if that's because I haven't seen wrestling, good wrestling in a while. And before all of you people go, oh my God, Nikki, watch AEW. Fuck you. I'm not gonna watch AEW. But let's look at my bracket, shall we? This is my current standings because I had some of them lose. But I was right on some of them. So let's see where I'm at, guys, for Group A. I currently, so Group A, the next rounds, which start next week, I believe it's next weekend because tonight is the start of Group B. We have the first match of the Group A semifinals is Toji Makabe versus Ishii. I had both of those right.
Okay.
The next one, and let me tell you guys, I think this one's gonna be easy for the week after. I had Jado, which Jado did not win. Thank you, buddy. Yano versus Takahashi in the semifinals.
Oh Lord.
I wonder
Who knows? Who knows?
Oh God, if they do that, fucking Hiromu, my heart will break. He just came back. I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they wanted to throw Yano a bone. The next one I had right. Okada beat Gato, who books the whole thing.
Shocking.
Shocker. But Okada won. I did not choose Gato. I know that the Booker never wins other than when you're Kevin Nash. And then Nagata versus Suzuki, I had wrong. I chose Suzuki because I love Suzuki. And obviously, I had that wrong. So Nagata will go against Kanemaru the week after, which I had that one wrong as well. I had the Young Lion going because I was optimistic.
This is not the time for optimism.
Yeah, that was my one time I was going to be optimistic, and look what happened. And then finally, our Bullet Club brother, one of the brothers, Ishimori, is going to the semifinals. Yeah!
Against who?
Against Kenmaru. Yeah! And he's going to win, I think. Maybe. Yeah, at least I have him winning on my bracket. Yeah. But it's been really good though. Like, it's really good. So definitely you can watch it. Obviously not at 3 a.m. Obviously. You can watch it the next day, but the matches have been really good. So bracket B, which is starting tonight. Let me see who I have for bracket B. Bracket B as in boys. Mind you guys, I've had a White Claw already earlier. I didn't tell Jen that, but I did. It was good. It was delicious. All right. So let me open bracket B here. So bracket B, for tonight, I have Tanahashi defeating Taichi. I wonder if Taichi's going to come out lip syncing tonight. He might. It'd be interesting. He came out, they had a 8-man tag and they came out to the Suzuki-gun song and I about lost my shit. And then Gato came out to shot him and I about died. Like, I was asleep because I fell asleep. And then I heard like Bullet Club for Life and I was like, and then I went back to sleep. I was like, good for you, Gato. Love you, buddy. Too sweet me. Anyway, then I have Kota Ibushi versus Zack Sabre Jr. I have Kota. I hope I'm right because I have him winning the whole group. Then we have Taguchi versus Taichi, or not Taichi. Sorry, I'm reading up. Sonata, and I have Sonata. I have Sho versus the guy who said he was a light heavyweight for like 4 years, even though he was bigger than like everybody. Shingo Takagi. And I chose Shingo Takagi. Yes, I did. And then I have Yo and Bushi. I have Bushi. Tenzan and Yoshihashi. I have Yoshihashi, but not surviving. I have Evil. And then I have poor Yuge. Yuge versus Hiroki Goto. What do you think's going to happen?
Yuge doesn't do very well on his own.
But bless him. We got to keep him around. He seems like a good time. He does. He seems like
he brings the party.
He's the pimp. And he brings Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Peter wasn't there, though, by the way.
Oh.
Peter wasn't there. I miss Peter. Mike, come back, Peter. We miss you. You're so pretty. Come back. Like, that's the thing is, like, if Peter ever came over for, like, a block party or something, or if I went to, like, Wrestle Kingdom and somehow met Peter, I would feel ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, I'm a fucking potato. And I'd be like, we're going to have to Facetune this picture because I'm ugly and you are insanely gorgeous. And you don't eat Rice Krispie treats, and I do. And I like to drink, and I don't think you drink because look at you. Yeah. So anyway, it's going to be a good time. They're actually, out of all the no fan empty arena shows, they're actually killing it.
Huh.
Like, it's actually really good. Probably because the crowds are usually quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just like, oh, look at them. They're back. But for everybody who's like, Nikki, I don't watch Japanese wrestlers, which you should. Like, what's wrong with you? But New Japan of America is coming out with a show that is on during normal hours. Yeah. Normal hours, guys. That means, Jen, you can watch it because it's at 9 o'clock.
Oh, really?
9 o'clock East.
Interesting.
Because it's, New Japan for America. And their first episode is going to be July 3rd. And they're actually having, and this is a signing I am very excited for, Filthy Tom Lawler from GCW will be in New Japan now. Plus, you guys, we get to see Rocky Romero back. He's back. I wonder if he'll come out to Roppongi Vice, or is it going to be Roppongi 3K? Oh, it's on at 10 East. Sorry, 10 East, 9 Central. Every Friday night after July 3rd. And it's called Lions Break Collusion. And it's got the first episode. Hold on. Let me find who's going to be on the first episode. I honestly thought they were going to announce a show, though. And I was, like, getting all ready. I was like, yes, there's going to be a show. I'm going to go. It's going to be a good time. And then they're like, we're going to have a show on Friday nights that you can watch on TV. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. But anyway, the first week it's going to be Clark Connors versus Alex Coughlin. And the second match, it's Jeff Cobb and Rocky Romero versus TJP and Carl Fredericks. Those will be good. So I think it's only going to be like an hour long. Every Friday. It's on New Japan World.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So right after the first hour of SmackDown starts at 8 for you guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right after SmackDown, you can watch New Japan. Or if you just don't want to watch SmackDown, you can just watch New Japan. Because I haven't been watching SmackDown lately. I've just been catching up on the highlights.
There's options.
There's options, guys. Also, the GCW show that happened yesterday, really good. Like, I don't usually buy wrestling shows because I'm very particular about what I spend a ton of money on. Because I like to go instead of just sitting at home watching it. But I bought it yesterday because I was like, I want to watch some wrestling. And I'm kind of running down my New Japan World stuff that I like to watch. So I had to find something to watch. And it was actually really good. It was very good. I definitely recommend it. I enjoyed it. Let me see how much it is right now. Because it usually goes down in price after the fact. So let me...
Who was in it?
Effie and Alley Cat. Hold on. Let me see here. Oh, it's only $13.99. $13.99, guys. So it's not like a big purchase. But so people you would know, Nick Gage was on there, which we love. I like Nick Gage. Jen probably doesn't know him. Alley Cat, Effie. And then you get to just see all of the awesome, like, GCW is really good. Probably a lot of you will be like, oh my God, it's hardcore. Not all the matches are hardcore. So don't think it's like CZW, which a lot of people don't understand, but I enjoy as a guilty pleasure. But it's really good. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. They did really good. And I mean, it's $13.99, so it's not like a big purchase. But they also, July 4th, are having an event as well. And that one's $14.99. So yeah, and I don't see any matches listed on here, but I can go online and look. But they have, like, they're coming out with good stuff. Like, they actually, this was smart. So what they did was they got a venue outside. Because if it's not enclosed, you can social distance and still have tip, up to a certain amount, like more than 10. So I think that's the rule that they kind of.
Well, that's what AEW's been doing is outside, right?
But theirs is enclosed though. They have the enclosure in the back. But they've been able to add some fans in, but so has what's it called? NXT Raw and SmackDown have as well. So but the energy is very different though, because NXT Raw and SmackDown, it's wrestlers and then like their friends and family. And then for AEW, it's wrestlers and then they'll have like certain fans, which, they're like the diehards.
Mm-hmm.
But like GCW, they're like, we're selling tickets. If you want to come. So it's like actual fans.
Yeah.
Like actual people. Not people that they probably bust in. Cody. But yeah. I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. And then also New Japan, they're bringing it. Like, you guys, I have some definite thoughts about New Japan. Like in the next, well, definitely when fans can come back. But I'm going to go in the next 6 months. I think things will be crazy. Just a feeling I have. I don't know anything. I haven't talked to anybody. I think in 6 months, people can probably fly back. I think there will be signings. I think multiple signings. At least in my feeling, I have names that I think are going to go. That I'm fairly confident. I mean, I haven't heard anything, so I don't want anybody to be like, oh my God, who'd you hear it from? Like, I don't know anything, but I just have this inkling that, like, something's going to happen. And it's good. It's not like a bad something like the past 6.5 months. Something good. Something good will happen. And I also, part of me kind of thinks, like, the indies, and I'm not saying AEW. AEW is not an indie. I think they will rise up in something. There will be like a talent sharing something. There will be some huge signings to Ring of Honor, maybe, which obviously means New Japan as well. Like I feel like something's gonna happen. Maybe I'm wrong, but just remember I said this because I have a feeling.
Who knows in 6 months what else is gonna freaking happen?
My brother said, who knows, the world might be over by then. I'm like, true.
Yeah.
But at that point, something big did happen. Also, guys, we're 1 month away from a certain podcast doing their tell-all episode.
Oh. You're so excited for that.
I am so excited, you guys. You have no idea. I have a feeling. Like, if they let me down on this, I'm going to be like, how dare you? Like, if they just say, it was a great experience and leave it at that, I'm going to be like, fuck you. I fucking hate you so much. I fucking hate you so much. I seriously will. I'll be like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? And I don't want people to be like, oh my God, you're just trying to bring down I almost said WCW. WWE. No, because there's still people I like who work there, but I just want the tea. I want the tea. I'm a shady bitch and I really like the tea. So, yeah, I just really want to know what the deal is. Like, come on, tell me, please. Also, Tama's Island did a little something the other day, and they talked about the AJ Styles era of the Bullet Club, which Tama's Island is really good. Like, if you just need to kind of unwind, See, that's what I do, is I put a little bath bomb and some like bubble bath in the bath, turn on one of the podcasts, either Talking Shop or Tama's Island, and I relax and usually laugh my ass off on either one of them because it's actually pretty funny. But Tama went in on the AJ Styles era of the Bullet Club and dropped a little hints about the Kenny Omega era as well. He said that in the Kenny Omega era, it became very cliquey.
I'm shocked.
Like, I know, right? Oh my God, Jen, didn't we say that like almost a year ago?
I think so.
I think we did. Huh. I don't know. Also, he said that he's the kind of person who likes to keep things fun and like keep it light, and like it kind of worked in that situation where like there wasn't like a real leader. Like there was a leader, but not like a leader. Like I'm in charge. You guys are just kind of beneath me, like kind of like that. And he said it was a lot harder to do in the Kenny Omega era because, one, again, it was very cliquey, but also it seemed like a lot of the dedication to the group wasn't there. So it was very much like, oh, we're the elite and you're something else. Which, again, I've been saying that for a year. So he did mention, though, he is going to do an episode on the Kenny Omega era in the future. And he retweeted me when I told him about it, too. I was like, Tama, you got to do that episode. But he couldn't see me behind the screen going, you got to do it. With my cup over here going.
You should have put a tea gif in it.
Tell me what happened. Please. But yeah, I mean, the nice part is it kind of verifies everything we said for the people who are like, that's not true. They're a family. Kind of verifies it. Because there were those people saying, that's not true. They would never. Why would it be cliquey? Obviously, you know why. Also, my mind went back to, like, remember on Being the Elite when they were all arguing and Tam was just sitting in the chair like, I'm fucking over this shit. I'm like, you know, I like that guy. He's the guy we should have been standing all along so far. Because the rest of these fuckers, no offense, Jay, you weren't in the picture at the time. The rest of these fuckers, I don't know. Now, mind you, when we say the rest of these fuckers, we don't mean AJ or Finn or Gallows or Carl. Or Jay, obviously, or ELP, or, you know. They weren't there, but, like, the others, it's like, what the fuck were you thinking? Gato? What were you thinking? Okay. I'm looking at you, Gato. I don't know. I don't have your number on speed dial like other fans who can just call you and say, hey, buddy, ELP needs to win Bust of the Super Juniors. You know, we don't have slumber parties where I call you and tell you all my booking decisions. You know, like some people, right? Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting when he does do that episode, though. Like,
I wouldn't win, though.
I know. See, you know what I would do if I was him? I would do it the week of Fyter Fest. Capitalize on that shit. See, guys, this is why.
Well, it's kind of like people are going to defend Cody no matter what.
Well, yeah, they're going to defend him.
And the Bucks. And
I mean, here's the thing is, he actually had more to say. I mean, I think our impression is right. The impression that I got listening was that the Young Bucks joined and things were okay in the beginning. Like things were good. Things were good. And there was a lot of growth and they made a lot of money. And the Young Bucks, the one thing I can say the Young Bucks did for them is they taught them how to market themselves a little better. Because before, you didn't see the Bullet Club shirts. You didn't see any of that. And they taught them how to, market themselves better. And that is great. Like, I'm not saying, oh my God, the Bucks did nothing for them ever. Like, that's not the case. And, when any of these guys talk about the Bullet Club at that time, like, they mention the Young Bucks, and they're not saying anything bad, whether it's they don't want to say anything bad or there's nothing bad to say at that time. Like, I think there will be a difference when it comes to when you're talking about the AJ era, where, again, everything was pretty good. Like, they were growing exponentially, and they had all the gold and all of this. And then what is the one thing that changed? And something did change. And I don't want to hear like the AEW mark saying, oh my God, well, nothing changed. Or, oh my God, it's because Tama and you suck. Or like, I don't want to hear that, because that's not the case, because obviously they were doing good.
Right.
And I don't want to hear it, oh, it was because Gallows and Anderson left, or because AJ wasn't there. Well, you wanted Kenny in the spot, so Kenny got in the spot, and then what happened? Like, that's what, and I don't know, I really hope Tama goes in and says, this is what fucking happened, point blank. Like, I'm not gonna fuck around, this is what happened. Like, in my mind, it would be worse if he went in and sugarcoated all of it. I mean, I don't want him to like come out and be like, fuck all of them, they're a bunch of fuckers. I don't want that. Like, I don't want him to be like that, but like, he needs to be truthful about what happened.
Right.
So yeah, I think, again, for me, I think Fyter Fest would be the time to put it out. But I'm a vindictive bitch, so I think the first 3 weeks of July are kind of your prime spot to do it, because Gallows and Anderson are dropping July 18th. So obviously you're going to want to do it before July 18th. And I think Tama does drop his episodes before Gallows and Anderson do anyway. So they could technically do it the same week. But I would do it the week of Fyter Fest, just to be a bitch.
You should have said that in your
Listen, DM him. Listen, I have some advice for you. Coming from a petty bitch, this is what you do. And then when you put it out, yes, you take a video of yourself, like maybe 7 seconds long, sipping a teacup. You know what? I don't want a gif of this. I want Tama sipping the tea.
That would be funny.
I would. Shit, I'll make my own gif of me in like fucking this shirt that I have on right now going, he spilled the tea. He done spilled the tea. But yeah, I just want to hear all of this shit. Like, I just want to hear what it is. And, will it happen? I hope. But I just hope he didn't chicken out. That's my one fear, is he'll be like, never mind. Which is not Tama's personality, so I'm sure we'll get something. Shit, even better if he does it this Wednesday. This Wednesday would be good too. Because then I can have like a bunch of time to, make it a 2-parter. We're gonna make it a 2-parter. And from there, his podcast follows me. That's awesome. Anyway, he said there is a big episode coming in this Tuesday. So who knows if it's that one or if it's something else, but, definitely go back and listen to Tama's podcast, because he had Gallows and Anderson on, and, him and Gallows were drinking, and they got a little emotional at times. They were like, I love you. I'm like, oh, and he's like, Gallows like, Carl and I sat in our hotel saying, why couldn't we be at that party? And I'm like, oh my God, Jen and I have done that. We have, guys. We've sat in like a Airbnb drinking, going, oh, what is our lives?
We talked to them about that.
We did. We did. And they actually talked. They were like, people are coming up to us saying, like, there's a party and Fale's going to be there. And Gal's like, Fale never travels. I'm like, he never travels. Which is crazy because that means we met Fale and he never travels. So, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot happening in the next 6 months. I do. Also, with all of the releases and all of these people, depending on where they get signed, who knows what's going to happen during WrestleMania week for our schedule, if it happens. Mm-hmm. Our schedule may have just changed a lot. Maybe. We'll see.
You think so?
Well, if they do G1 Supercard Fest, I want to go. I want to go to the Bullet Club party, but we're not going to go to the Busted Open party, so that works.
Why?
Because I want to go to the Bullet Club party if it's the same day. I mean, choices. I mean, Jay White. I just want to go say hi to Jay. And then buy ELP a shot. Plus,
makes sense.
What if they have some really good food there?
True.
They could have food. You know?
Food's good.
Food's good. So, yeah, I mean, things could change and who knows. But the last piece of news this week. I don't know if I buy it. The Last Ride. The newest episode came out today.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've seen a bunch of stuff about it.
Yeah. Guys, apparently Taker is done.
I mean, I think it's fitting myself.
I think it's very fitting, but part of me thinks that he's not done. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's done.
I don't know.
Like,
I haven't watched it, so I didn't hear exactly what he said.
Like, for me, I think it's the perfect way to go out. Do I think he'll stay out? I don't know.
Do you think, though, he needs a match in the ring, or you think that that's enough?
I think that's enough. My only thing is, if he's going to have a match in the ring, I don't know if he could have the kind of match he wants to have.
Right.
And that's something that I've thought, I mean, and before I was like, oh, he can't retire with no fans. And I'm like, but he can.
Mm-hmm.
He can.
He can still get his, like, when he goes in the Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
Like, he can still get all that then.
Exactly. You know what? Like, this is how I would see it is if LA does happen, have him do the entrance all the way to the, you know how they announce the Hall of Fame people?
Mm-hmm.
Let him do the entrance one last time down the ramp.
Yeah.
And then do the setting the hat in the ring and that being it.
But he already did that.
I know, but this is it.
But I feel like he already wasted that on.
He did. God damn it.
Before. That moment's gone.
Waste opportunities. Oh, well, at least let him just do the entrance one last time. Because I want to see it one last time.
Can you do the motorcycle entrance instead?
Oh my God, yes. Have him come out on the motorcycle to Rollin' or American Badass. And then I'll be like,
Life made.
Life made. Okay. I haven't seen this since I was a teenager. Let's go. I'm done. Like, yeah. Honestly, I would buy like cheap WrestleMania tickets just say I was there to see it. Just for that. Because I have a feeling WrestleMania is not going to be good.
Why?
It's
too soon to tell.
They're booking so bad. The booking is just so bad. I can't do it anymore. I can't.
Well, they already fired Heyman, so.
They did. Thank God. Here we thought he was going to be the savior.
I still don't think it's really his fault. It's Vince's
it's not his fault.
At the end of the day.
The show sucked, though. Let's be real. I mean, the only good thing is the Iconics are still together.
Hmm.
And of course,
Yeah, I'm very confused about what the point of that slap was now, though.
Get a grip. She probably was just like, bitch, what? You know what? Let me tell you. Yeah, there was a slap.
I don't know. I feel like there was originally supposed to be more to it than that.
Oh yeah, but also I feel like it could have been one of those situations where, and believe me, no offense, Jen, I've been there too, where I just want to be like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" and just slap you, and then like snap out of it, and then be like, "Okay, we're good now. Let's move forward in life." You know what I mean?
I guess.
Like one of those, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, those real moments. Yeah, but are they gonna put them on TV in a storyline like that? No.
That's kind of where that's my headcanon if they don't explain it, is that Billy was just fed up with it and she just slapped the shit out of her and was like, snap out of it. And then like she did. Because believe me, I've been there. Guys, I love Jen to pieces. She's my best friend. But god damn it. There are times, and I know she wants to do it to me. She doesn't even have to say it. I know there's times she wants to slap the shit out of me. So that's just female friendship. Like,
well, guys punch each other
in the dick. I don't know why. Like my brother growing up, him and his friends would always be like, "Oh, I punch you in the dick." I'm like, what? Like, okay. Or like my ex would be like, "Huh, slap nuts." He like slap his friend in the dick, and I'm like, what? Like, I don't get it. Just punch him in the face, which is probably worse. Yeah, but it's one of those things where I'm just like, all right, they're still together. Mojo was on TV. Even though it was against Shorty G and he lost, but he was on TV. It made me laugh though, because the whole time, because I watched that segment and they're like, Mojo's just so much bigger, and I'm like, is he? Is he though? And I mean, guys, I'm not body shaming him or anything, but I took it in a totally immature way, and I was like, what? Is he? Like, what? Yeah, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, I may act mature, but I'm not. And sometimes if I'm not paying attention, I'm like, what? My mind just kind of goes there. It's bad. It is so bad. But I will say, like, I don't know. We'll see where WrestleMania goes. I don't know, but we're going to be in LA anyway because there's a lot of things we want to do. And Disneyland's opening. I think it's July 18th. Everything's happening July 18th. Guys, apparently the world will be better on July 18th. Or the world will end on July 17th. The world will end on July 17th, and we'll never know what Gallows and Anderson had to say. And never go to Disneyland. Even though I've already got a wish list on Etsy for ears. And shirts. So, we'll see. But all I know is, I need a damn vacation.
I think everyone does.
Yeah. Can I go now? Away?
No.
I just want to go somewhere. I want to go away. I don't want to be here. I've been here for too long. I've gone so crazy. I have short hair. When did that happen?
Boredom.
It is. I'm like, I need to do something different. And I'm like, I'm still bored though. I'm like, I want to go. I just want to go. I want to be where the people are. Also, we still don't know what August 1st is. So maybe like July 18th.
It's going to be recorded.
You ain't
got to worry about that.
I just want to know what it is. Do I need to have a party? And by party, I mean party of one?
Maybe. Yeah, a party with your brother.
party of me and my White Claws. Wearing my Gallows Club shirt going, yay! This is so much fun. When is August 1st? I never even looked. It's a Saturday, right?
Probably. I'm sure it's the weekend.
I'm confused. Guys, it is a Saturday. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm just over. I need some good news. Like, I need good news. Guys, if you have good news about wrestling, about something, let us know. Because we need some happy times in our lives.
Yeah.
Like, okay, call me a wimp if you want, but when I saw New Japan start, I cried.
Well, there you go. It made you happy.
It was tears of joy. I cried because I was like, what the fuck have I been watching for 6 months? Okay, well, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, I've just been like, what have I been watching since February? The last show was like the end of February.
Wow.
And I've been watching crap since then. It's like when you've been eating like really bad food for like 6 months and then like somebody shows up and is like, hey, I got you steak and shrimp and it's all you can eat. And then you're like, oh my God. It's one of those like, you did? You did?
The best date ever.
Best date ever. Seriously. Also, I didn't have a birthday this year, so I doubled that as kind of like my birthday gift. Even though it was going to come back anyway. I was like, well, happy birthday me. We still have to go out for my birthday. But it'll probably be when it's your birthday.
Oh, man.
I'll be like, well, it's both of our birthdays now. And we're, I just want to go to a drag show. That sounds like a bar. Yeah.
Dude,
a bar, a drag show, a wrestling show, anything. Have a party where I can talk about wrestling with people in the same place and not on a conference call like we do every week. What I wouldn't give to be singing in my car with Jen right now.
Oh, gosh.
I know, we're horrible singers, so it's pretty bad. Like, I heard like 2 songs the other day while I was driving and I almost cried. I'm like, I need my best friend. I'm so alone.
I know, this is a lonely time.
It's so lonely. I hate it. Like, oh, I can't. Like, I have a bad feeling though that like the first time we go out, I'm gonna get plastered.
Yeah.
We're gonna be like, well, we survived the virus. We're just gonna get really drunk now. It's gonna be one of those nights.
I think everybody's gonna have one of those nights when this is over.
My mom was like, oh my God, what if like the first time you could actually do something is like the month of WrestleMania? I'm like, oh, then we're going hog wild. Like, you don't want to know what's going to happen then. That's going to be like the 2 of us in LA, WrestleMania weekend, and we've just gotten off of pretty much probation. Yeah. That's going to be scary. It's going to be New Orleans all over again.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord is right. I'll just be like, I'm so happy. Or like the first time you hear like a wrestling theme song in an arena. Oh, my God. I don't care whose song it is. It could be anybody's. And I'll just be like, well, happy to be here. Okay, if it's Cody Rhodes, then I'm not going to be happy.
Yeah.
But if it's like Gorillas of Destiny, then hell yeah. Or like Jay White, I mean, let's just be real. The song that we all want to hear is Shot 'Em. If Shot 'Em played and it was the first song I heard back, I'd probably pass out and then have to get up and go get another White Claw.
Let's not do that.
Well, I'd pass out because I was drunk, and then I'd be like, well, I'm sober again. Let's go get another one. Guys, I just need to party. I have, like, and I'm not usually like this, but I think it's because I can't do it. That I'm just like, I want to go do it.
Dogs, get with it here. Come on.
And I want to cosplay again.
Oh, Lord. I can't even think about that. My body is not ready for that.
Hey, you know what the best part is? If we do Gallows and Anderson, you could just wear leggings and I can wear shorts.
That's true.
We'll just be like, we don't have to be sexy.
No.
Here we are. Shorts and a shirt. Best idea we ever had. Literally, there was some Fashion Nova ones that are kind of like the longer, like Bermuda shorts, and they're camouflage. And I'm like, I could wear those in a t-shirt and get away with it.
Ah.
This is happening. I don't even have to be slutty. I can just wear whatever. Yeah, like the Iconics though. Yeah, I'm gonna have to lose some weight.
Mm-hmm.
Like, or get like 2 sets of what you call it, Spanx. I'm gonna need 2 sets to just hold it all in.
Hopefully not.
So I was like so ready to just go and do this, and I was like, yep, this is it. We're gonna fucking party. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna go on my diet.
I'm not getting my hopes up because we never know what's gonna happen.
No, I'm trying to be positive for once.
Yeah,
anyway,
we've role reversed.
The roles have reversed, guys, and I'm the one who's like, come on, and Jen's the one who's like, I hate everything.
Yep,
yeah,
pretty much.
And it's like pulling teeth to get her to record too. I'm like, so how about this day? No. I'm like, Sunday? I can only do it between the hours of 7 and 9. Guess we're going to do Sunday from 7 to 9 then.
I'm really depressed. Leave me alone.
Yeah. We have to cheer Jen up. And no, men, your dick will not cheer Jen up if you did not hear the first part of this conversation.
Yeah, sexual harassment is not going to help.
That's not, literally, that might make it worse.
No, yeah, probably.
That'll make it worse. If you could tell us a state where there's like not a lot of virus cases and bars and hopefully a beach, then let us know and then we'll go. Because I, for one, need to get the fuck out of this place. I hate it. I hate it. Like, after this, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start to save all my money up and just start traveling to wrestling shows because I don't want to be
Aren't you in a hotbed, though?
What?
Yeah,
currently. But now we're mandatory masked.
Oh.
Yeah. Because our Republican fucking governor is a douchebag. No, seriously, everybody hates him. No matter. That's the one thing everybody can agree on. Is he's a douchebag. Because he's like, guys, the only reason the numbers are going up is because we're testing more. And they're like, but the hospitals, they're at 85% capacity. And he's like, but it's not all coronavirus. And everybody's like, but it is. So then, the county people were like, so yeah, masks are mandatory. And he's like, but you don't have to. They're like, but you do. Yeah. So I hate living in this fucking place. And believe me, the only reason we opened up is because bitch wanted to get his hair cut. Which I did get a haircut, but again, that was with a mask on. Which is very hard, actually. Like, guys, I have really bad panic attacks when I wear the mask, like every day. If I like go do anything, I have to have a mask on, like anywhere. Like they won't let you
Try
in.
working for 8 hours with a mask on.
Girl.
It's horrible.
So, funny story. I go to Costco yesterday for the first time since like March. Go to Costco. And it is the most fucking people I've seen in a place ever. Like, it's like fucking Disneyland. There's lines all the way through the clothes section. Like, it's a fucking disaster. Now, I'm there with my mother. You can imagine how this goes. I'm there with my mother. And I start to have my panic attack.
Uh-oh.
Now, when I have panic attacks, I don't go like, oh my God, I can't. I get very, very, very
Quiet.
angry.
Oh.
Like, I get insanely agitated. Like, and you can tell because I'm like, I'll like look kind of panicked and I'll be like, oh my God. And if somebody says something, like, that's it. Like,
Right.
So,
I get those sometimes.
Yeah. So I'm like having that moment. And I'm like clawing at the side of my mask, like, I have to take it off. Like, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this. Like, and my brother's wife was like, oh, just like when you're out, just kind of like pull it a little just so you could get some air. I'm like, no, that didn't help. So I'm like clawing and I'm like, okay. And my mom's like, I don't know what's wrong with you. You have this attitude. And I was like, shut up. And she's like, really, I don't like your attitude. So this lady walks by. We'll call her fucking Karen. Fucking Karen walks by and she laughs when my mom says that. While I'm clawing my face and having a panic attack.
Oh, gosh.
So what does Nikki do?
I don't know.
Literally, not even thinking, not even coming up with this. I turn around and go, watch your fucking mouth, Karen. And she's like, what? And I'm like, watch your fucking mouth. And I just walk off. I'm like, I can't do this. Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then I left. I didn't buy anything. I bought nothing. I walked into Costco, walked down 2 aisles, had a panic attack, and I had to leave.
It's rough.
Though I did get that nice dig in on Karen, and I'm very happy. That is like, I'm like, that is a proud moment. Yeah. Watch your fucking mouth, Karen. It was great. She deserved it.
But she didn't get anything from Costco.
No. I ordered it online, though. They didn't have what I needed, so.
I love Costco.
Well, I wasn't about to stay with Disneyland long lines. Nope. Like, the second I started sweating, I was like, oh, no. Like, you know that feeling, right, when you're about to have that panic attack where, like, your hand, like, your palms just to get really clammy, and you're like, it's fucking happening. It's about to fucking happen. This is it. And then it happens, and you're like, okay, how am I going to do this? Good thing I didn't drive. I wasn't driving, so that was a plus. But I was like, breathe. Just breathe. We're okay. Yeah, no, we weren't okay. It was bad. It was really bad. But, like, I think for other places, though, like, if I'm just, like, going into the grocery store, I get panicked, but it's not as bad. I think it was because there was, like, a crowd and, like, a bunch of people, and then Karen did her bullshit, and I was like, nope. But, like, if I go to the grocery store, it's, like, I'll have to, like, pull at it just to be like, I need some air, but not, like, I don't know what it is. I can't be smothered.
Right. No, I get it.
I'm like, oh God, this is bad. And if I have to wear that at WrestleMania, oh my God, we're going to have a problem. I'll be like pulling the mask the whole
There
day.
ain't
Like,
going to be no WrestleMania. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well,
there's not going to be one.
I'm going to go with the optimistic route.
Okay, but I'm just telling you.
Okay, well, we're buying our tickets for a plane.
And getting our refunds.
To get you here. Oh, stop. I'm gonna have to leave this fucking place before then. Like, I am. Like, I don't know where I'm going. I'll go by myself if I have to.
Go where?
I'll go somewhere. But I ain't staying here. And my mom's like, oh my God, what if you go to WrestleMania and you have to quarantine for 14 days after? I'm like, oh, well fucking worth it. Well worth it. I don't know what to tell you. It'd be worth it. I'd be like, but okay, so stay at home for 14 days, but mentally be better because I got to see wrestling and got to be in WrestleMania and everything in my life feels a little bit better. Or stay home and go deeper into this black hole of abyss of depression. I don't know. You tell me. I ain't staying here, though. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Pam. Not today, tomorrow, or Sunday. Wait, today is Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we have to figure this out. And, guys, I'm just going to tell you right now, wear a mask because I want to go to WrestleMania. Wash your fucking hands, you heathens, if you don't. I do. Jen, do you wash your hands?
Yeah. My hands are dry. I have to wash my hands so many times a day.
I had to buy, like, hand cream because my hands just got way too dry. And if you're not by the sink with soap, use hand sanitizer. There's hand sanitizer in stores, so don't be like, I can't find any. You can find it.
There is some now, yeah.
Like, every store I've gone to in the past couple days has had it. Even Costco had it. So it's there. Like, you can find it. They don't have it online, but if you go to the store, you can find it.
And masks are there, too.
And masks are there, too. Or you can go on Etsy and buy one. Or I went to Target and got a 2-pack because I wanted, like, 3 of them just to have, like, you know, to be able to cycle them out. Mm-hmm. And they had a 2-pack for $4.99.
There you go.
Of the cloth. Also, I found out that Arizona, the heat is so hot that if you leave your mask outside, it actually disinfects it because it's that hot outside.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm like, that saves me some time then. Because it's just that hot out. And you can't leave hand sanitizer in the car. That's the other thing, guys. Take your hand sanitizer in the house with you because it can explode. And light on fire.
I thought you were going to say it was going to break down, but...
No, it can explode and light your car on fire.
Oh, makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. The alcohol. Yeah. So, you know, just don't leave your hand sanitizer in the car, you know. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. I don't do that enough. But hey, you can do it. But yeah. So, hopefully next week we can have a little more fun.
Well, something bad will probably happen.
Oh my God.
Every time we say it's going to be better.
But you know what? Now I'm just going to say it. Fine. Everything's going to be miserable. Happy?
There we go.
Everything will be miserable and not iconic. And yeah. But, you know, totally off topic. I know we were going to end the show, but, you know, guys, at least we can thank Tama for giving us content because wrestling is so bad that we have become correspondents on wrestling podcasts. Oh, and New Japan. Guys, you can find out if my bracket's been busted even more. That's something to look forward to. And if you want to be evil, you could say it did because I have no money writing on this, so I really don't care if I win or lose. This is just a thing to see how right I am.
And to pass the time.
Yeah. There's nothing else to do other than play Sims 4 and watch wrestling. God, The Sims 4, I love it. Guys, I'm really addicted to The Sims 4. But anyway, that's enough of that, guys. We must bid you adieu for this week. Maybe next week will be miserable because I'm not going to say the other thing because apparently it's opposite time now. Mm-hmm. It is.
First, you're cursing it.
Yeah, it's opposite time because when I was miserable, good things would happen. When I'm not miserable, obviously, I mean, I am miserable, but I'm just putting on a brave face. because one of us has to. Everything goes to shit. So there you go.
There you go.
Yes. Give ELP some love. He's on Twitter. If you want to tell him you're so sorry for how he was treated, go right ahead. And
He deserves it.
He deserves it. He deserves that, guys. And you know what? Once all this is over and we can all be together again, I'm going to buy that man a shot, a drink, whatever he wants. Not in a romantic way, but just like a, dude, you need this after what you've been through. way. But yeah, so please, maybe we all just need to be negative and something will change. I don't know.
I don't know at this point.
I don't know. I feel like if I'm negative, nothing changes. If I'm positive, nothing changes. So who cares at this point? Who cares? Also, like, every victim that has come forward, I'm so sorry. This business sucks. But if you want a wrestling history lesson, let us know, and I can maybe do Patreon episodes, because we have a Patreon that we've never used. So maybe I could do wrestling history episodes on there. I don't know.
That might be kind of interesting. Drunk wrestling history.
Oh my god. See, that would be better if you and I both got drunk on here and did it. Because if I do it alone, I'd just end up falling asleep.
That'd be pretty funny.
Drunk wrestling history.
We have drunk history, so.
Drunk, you know what? I am a history buff. I could do any history.
Well, they have that drunk history channel on.
I know.
Yeah.
Comedy Central.
Yeah.
They had some funny ones on there. But yeah, guys, I think that might be an idea for our Patreon. Maybe we'll do drunk wrestling history and tell you all about amazing, wonderful facts. And you know what? We'll be super educated because we're drunk and not thinking about it.
That's the whole point.
Also, who knows? Maybe the Queen's Talk Sex Part 3 will come out and it'll really just be us talking about sex again because we're not doing anything.
Maybe.
Who knows? We have time on our hands. We just have to get Jen out of the funk. Send her some love, but not a dick pic. Send her some gifts of like Peyton Royce or something.
And animals.
Dogs. Send dog gifts and drag queens. Send drag queens. The drag queens always. The drag queens.
Drag queens. Dachshunds in particular. And yeah, wrestling.
Yeah. Like Jay White, Baron Corbin. You know what? Now I'm going to go spam her Twitter with Baron Corbin gifts. Like, oh, Pete Dunne. Shit, I'm going to make her a photo album and send it to her and be like, look at all the people you've met. Like, here's you and Pete. Yeah. Maybe that'll, I don't know. I'm going to, because my first attempt at cheering her up, I don't think it worked.
What?
Your care package from Ring of Honor.
Yes, it did.
It did.
I loved it.
Well, since then you're like, bleh. I've been trying to cheer you up here.
I know you have. Hey, you can't cheer somebody up until they're ready to be cheered up. And I'm just not ready to be cheered up.
If there was a Hooters close enough, I would get you Hooters right now. But
that would be good.
I know. Hooters delivers here, by the way. So next time you're here, you can have Hooters delivered. Just a thought.
Be good.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, we're gonna go. Maybe Jen will cheer up after I spam her with Baron Corbin gifts. But if you want to, send her Peyton Royce. There's dogs or drag queens or Pete Dunne, which we love Pete Dunne. Go right ahead. Drew. She loves Drew. Mojo. I don't know if you can find very many Mojo gifts, but you can send them to her.
Probably not.
Yeah. Jay White. I mean, Jay Briscoe. You can send her those, but like, people will probably say it's problematic, but who cares? Yeah, any of those. You could send her. I'm gonna take video clips of Gallows and Anderson and just send it to her just to make her laugh.
God.
You can hear Gallows doing a Blue Chew advertisement. Will that make it?
That'd be pretty funny.
He's done it.
Oh.
I'll send it to you. Carl's in it too. You could go on Dad's for Real, which is you don't want to know. Don't go on it. Nobody go on Dad's for Real. Nobody do it.
Okay, never heard of that.
If you listen to Talk and Shop, you'll know what I'm talking about, and don't do it because I actually looked to see what it was, and I'm like, what are you doing? How do you have this much time on your hands?
Okay,
just don't do it.
What is it? Porn?
No, it's Gallo's fake dating site.
Oh,
but when you go on it, it's just pictures, like random pictures of like uncomfortable family photos.
Oh.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's funny, but I'm very uncomfortable right now. I'm like, oh, that's what that was? All right. Cool. Anyway, but yeah, guys, I'm going to do my best to send funny shit to Jen all week, but I need help. I'm going to cheer her up. And if not, I'm going to find a store near her, order her some orange juice and champagne, and be like, bitch, drink up.
That would be nice.
Mimosas. Seriously. We're going to cheer her up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We are. Mm-hmm. But until next week, when hopefully it worked. And if not, she'll have some funny stories at least.
Hopefully.
We can get your reaction on the Blue Chew ad. Which I don't know why Blue Chew hasn't sponsored us yet.
Is there a female version?
I don't know. But like, I kind of realize that mostly men listen to us.
Well, yeah, but...
So like, we're the prime candidates. Anyway, so we're going to go and we're going to ponder all of life's questions. And I'm going to make Jen happy again. And things will be good.
One day.
I can tell you next week what my idea is if WrestleMania happens and we're road tripping there. I have an idea to make it a lot of fun.
Oh, okay.
It's only a 5-hour car ride, but I'm going to make it entertaining. Guys, you'll want to hear this because my brother lost his shit when I told him. He laughed hysterically. So, and we could vlog the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah. We'll do our own version of Ride Along. We could put that on the Patreon.
That'd be pretty entertaining, probably.
Our version of Ride Along? Yeah. Especially if what I do, if I can make it happen, it's going to be entertaining. You guys will love it.
Huh.
And if that doesn't cheer Jen up, I don't know what will.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Well, yeah, you should be. Anyway, that'll be next week, guys. But until then, I don't even know what to say.
Bye.